Hi, everyone. Hi, welcome. Say hi and tell me where you're watching from. Say hi and tell me where you're watching from. My name is Shelly. I am a teacher at MyYes Milano Filzi, and I am glad to be here this evening, this Friday evening, with all of you. So tell me in the comments your name and where you're watching from. Let's see. While I'm waiting for comments, get some stretching. While I'm waiting for comments, I want to tell you today's topic is very interesting. We are talking about the wonders of the world. Great. So comments are starting to come in. We have Federica from Genova. Hi, Federica. It's nice to see you. Flavia from Rome. Flavia? Tell me which way to pronounce it. Otherwise, I will pronounce it wrong the whole time. But from Rome, it's nice to have you here. Martina, also from Rome. Hi, welcome. For people who are just tuning in, say hi and tell me where you're watching from. So while I'm waiting to see if more people comment, let's see. I'd like to know, do you know what the wonders of the ancient world are? The seven wonders of the ancient world. And we'll talk a little bit more about these and what they are once we get started. Are you familiar with the idea of the seven wonders of the ancient world? We have a Rome party tonight. Benedetta is also from Rome. Yes, welcome, welcome. I'm glad to see so many people from Rome and our one representative from Genova. I think we can get started. This is going to be a fun focus. So I asked you about the wonders of the world. We're going to talk about the seven wonders of the ancient world. We're going to do a small revision of passives. And we'll be discussing, just in general, wonders. Now, what is a wonder? Wonder can be used two ways: as a verb, to wonder, and as a noun, a wonder. So as a verb, it is the desire to know something or to feel curious. I wonder what will happen in 10 years' time. Or to feel admiration and amazement, like a marvel. We looked at the painting and wondered at the brilliant colors. So to wonder, a long time, and I have not been able to translate it properly. So as a verb, that's what I want to hear, as a verb. As a noun, it's a different thing. To wonder is a feeling of amazement and admiration. It's caused by something beautiful, remarkable, or unfamiliar. She felt a great wonder as she looked at the stars. I feel a sense of wonder when I look at the ocean, or when I see a beautiful sunset, a sense of wonder. Or sometimes walking into a very beautiful building fills me with a sense of wonder. And can you tell me, is there a translation of the verb to wonder in Italian? It's to desire to know something. I wonder what the translation is for wonder in Italian. Ah, so we're having some technological issues. Thank you, Federica. Sometimes the video is blocked. Let me fix that very quickly. Hey, can you stop streaming for a minute? I'm having connection issues. Thank you. All right. And I'm going to try one thing. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay. Can you hear me better? Can you see the video better? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. And let's move forward. But I still want to know, how do you translate the verb to wonder into Italian? How do you translate? Ah, yes. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you guys. You guys are the best. So now that we have these two new important vocabulary words, let's move forward. Are there any questions, by the way? Do you have any questions about the vocabulary? Ah, to wonder in Italian is mi chiedo se. Thank you, Federica. Mi chiedo se. I wonder if. So that's the first use of wonder. That's this one here. And then do you have any questions about the vocabulary on this page? There are quite a number of words, but I feel as though they might be well defined. So the first use of wonder, to be curious, to desire to know something. Mi chiedo se. But yeah, Flavia says there's not an exact word in Italian. But does this sound correct? Mi chiedo se. It's also to feel admiration, colpito. When you walk into a church, for example, or you see something beautiful, you are struck by its beauty. You feel a sense of wonder, or you wondered at the brilliant colors. And then as a noun is, it's like wonderful. Wonderful means full of wonder. Oh, the meaning of amazement. Thank you for asking. Amazement. To amaze is a verb. Amazement is the noun. Amaze is like amazing. Amazing. It's something that is so great. It is immense, and it makes you feel this sense that it's just so fantastic. Amazement is that feeling that something is just so great. Does that make sense? Let me know. Synonyms for amazement are things that are amazing. So amazing is another way to say it. Amazing. Amazement is the feeling. Amazing is the adjective to describe something that fills you with amazement. So something amazing can be beautiful, remarkable, and then amazement is the feeling when you look at something beautiful or remarkable. Great. Yes. So let's talk about the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Tell me in the comments if you know the answers to these questions. Have you ever heard of the 7 wonders of the ancient world? What are they? What do you think makes something a wonder? Is there one ancient wonder? Oh, there is. That's not a question. There is one ancient wonder still standing. Do you know which it is? So the 7 wonders of the ancient world. They're near here. They're very near Europe. And they don't exist anymore. Only one still exists. Do you know which they are? I had to look it up. So I'm going to put these in the comments. This is directly from Google, and it's going to get cut off because it's too long. Ah, yes. Yeah. Flavia is confused. Is confused. We use confused as a verb. With the new ones, maybe Machu Picchu in Peru? Yeah, those are the modern wonders. The 7 modern, wait, the 7 wonders of the modern world. They're still standing. But yes, I thought so too. The ancient world, they don't exist except in literature. Yes, the Great Wall of China is a wonder of the modern world. Yes, exactly. The 7 wonders of the ancient world are the Great Pyramid of Giza, the statue of Zeus at Olympia, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon in Iraq, the mausoleum at Halicarnassus, Turkey, the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus in Greece, the Colossus of Rhodes, also in Greece, and the lighthouse at Alexandria, Egypt. Only one still exists to this day. Now I want to know what those wonders of this modern world. So 7 wonders of the world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exactly what you're saying. Hi, Valeria. Nice to have you here. I pasted this from Google. So you are correct. We have, yeah, the Great Pyramid is the one still standing. The Great Wall of China and Machu Picchu. And is the Colosseum? I think the Colosseum should be one of them, but I think there are many Colosseums. There are many Colosseums in the world. Yep. The pyramid at Giza is the only one still standing. So of the modern world, we have the Great Wall of China. I've been to the Great Wall of China. Have you seen any of these? Tell me in the comments. Have you seen any of these modern wonders or the Great Pyramids at Giza? So the Great Wall of China, Christ the Redeemer in Rio de Janeiro, Machu Picchu. Sorry, there's too much extra text. Machu Picchu in Peru. Oh yeah, the Colosseum is one. Chichen Itza, the Roman Colosseum, Taj Mahal in India, and the Petra in Jordan. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, Benedetto, the Colosseum in Rome is one of the wonders. Cool. I've seen that. Yes, so the seven modern wonders are the Great Wall of China, Christ the Redeemer in Rio de Janeiro. That's the big statue of Christ on the hill that they use in like um, all of the films ever set in Brazil, ever. Um, Machu Picchu, uh, Chichen Itza. I don't know how that's pronounced. Chichen Itza, the Roman Colosseum, which I've been there. Have you been to the Colosseo in Rome? The Taj Mahal in India, and the Petra in Jordan. Have you been to any of these? Yes, Valeria, the Colosseum of Rodi. There are many colosseums that still stand, so I wonder why Rome would be the one, but it's also valid. I think it is wonderful. When I first saw it, I felt this sense of wonder that I thought, I'm in Rome. I never imagined I would be. And here we are. Now I live in Italy. So Martina has only seen the Colosseum in Rome. Oh, finish the phrase, Federica. I want to hear what you have to say. Let me tell you a story. So I have seen the Great Wall of China in, oh wow, Flavia has been to Peru. So have you been to Machu Picchu? That sounds cool. I would love to go someday. So I've seen the Great Wall of China, and where I went, uh, the Chinese government built a part of the Great Wall that is modern. It looks just like the ancient wall, but it's only for tourists. So I went to the tourist Great Wall. So I've seen it, but the one that I walked on, like physically went up the stairs, it was made for tourists. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right, Valeria. Half of this class lives in Rome. Of course you've been to the Colosseum. Oh, nice one. Nice. I know some Italians who have never been to the Colosseum. They've never seen it. To me, that's crazy. Sylvia would like to see the Petra in Jordan. I think that would be so cool. I want to go to Taj Mahal. That would be amazing. Benedetta, I've seen the Colosseum in Rome and Machu Picchu and the Chichen Itza in pictures because my brother went to Peru and Mexico. That sounds great. Sorry, I had to think for a second, like, oh, it's in Mexico? I should know. I've only seen remains from Tenochtitlan in Mexico in a museum. That sounds great. Yeah. All right. Well, let's move forward. I think we've done this. Great job, guys. It's been very interesting hearing your comments. The earliest guidebook. So, the wonders of the ancient world are a list of amazing sights from the Greco Roman world. The Greeks ruled most of the civilized world by the 4th century BC. So, tourism to the big cities of Egypt, Persia, and Babylon became popular. People started to make lists of the wonderful sights to see, a guidebook of the ancient world. The most famous list was written by, I have to read this more closely, Antipater of Sidon. Sidon? Sidon. Who knows? Antipater of Sidon. Today, many people have created their own lists of ancient wonders. to include the entire world. The entire world. I want to see. I have to look for this. Nan Matol images. So I'm going to show you. I want this to be included in the ancient wonders. So I'm going to stop the screen. I'm going to share the screen. Let's go. Let's go to here. Let's go. This is Nan Madol. It's in the middle of the ocean. It's on an island called Pohnpei, or Pohnpei. I'm butchering that. Pohnpei in Micronesia. And this is, they don't know how it was built or how it got there. They think it was a temple. And it's very lovely. Very, very lovely and rare. It is very difficult to get to. It is almost impossible to get to from here. Now we're back with the slides. Valeria says, every day I can see the Colosseum. Yes, you are lucky. Antonio says, I was wondering if the Hagia Sophia is one of the 7 wonders in the world. I did not see it in any of these lists. No, I did not. But it should be. Like the place I just showed you a picture of, I've been there, but it's not one of the 7 wonders of the world. Okay, now we have an activity. We have an activity. So match the wonders with the picture. These are the 7 ancient wonders. Federica says, I reckon that what makes something a wonder is, of course, a temple or monument, but also nature, natural, in this case, natural wonders, and human, so man-made wonders. It's all part of a masterpiece. Yeah, that's a wonderful idea, a wonderful thought. So we have natural wonders, man-made, which is human. So yes, there aren't the natural wonders on there. They're all man-made. So while we are here, tell me, everyone. So we have these pictures. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tell me which ones they are. They're very small. Sorry about that. So number 1 is the easiest. Tell me, which one is number 1? Yes, yes, thank you. Artificial can be considered a synonym, singular, a synonym for man-made. Artificial is defined as man-made, yes. But in this situation, when referring to buildings and architecture, we don't use artificial, we use man-made. So that is a great question, Flavia. Thank you for that. Federica says, Great Pyramid of Giza, number 1. Number 1, Great Pyramid of Giza. Yeah. What's number 2, Antonio? What's number 2? Number 2 looks like a statue of some kind. I don't know. I'm the one that has the slides and I can barely see it. What is that? If I zoom in, I can zoom in. Can you see this? That's a statue. And number 3, that looks an awful lot like a lighthouse. This looks like a statue of a god. And then this, cool. Maybe a tower and a temple and a garden. All right. Tell me what you have. So number 2, statue of Zeus, the Colossus of Rhodes. Yep, it's the Colossus. Yep, the statue of Zeus is the 4th one. Number 3, Lighthouse of Alexandria. Number 4, statue of Zeus. Number 5 looks like a tower, doesn't it? Is tower? Nope. Statue of Zeus, Colossus of Rhodes. Oh, not a tower, a mausoleum. Let's see. A mausoleum. A mausoleum. Can you tell me what that means? Please. Number 5, gardens. Nope. The gardens are the last one. The Hanging Gardens at Babylon. Yes, a mausoleum is a tomb. Perfect. So 6 is the Temple of Artemis. And we have the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. These are the 7 wonders of the ancient world. So remember, mausoleum is a tomb. It's almost like the Italian word, so great job defining that in English, Flavia. And a lighthouse. A lighthouse. Can you tell me what a lighthouse means? There should be very many lighthouses, but I have not seen any in Italy so far. So tell me, what is a lighthouse? Lighthouse Family? Is that a book? I'm going to move to the next slide. So a lighthouse is it's faro in Italian. It's a tall building with a light to signal to ships and boats that the shore is nearby. Oh, it's a band, the Lighthouse Family. Ah, okay. So a lighthouse is a tall building with a light to signal to ships and boats that the shore is nearby. Exactly, a beacon in the darkness. Or is that faro in Italian? Makes me hungry. The Great Pyramid of Giza. So now I want you to find the passives in the text. Ah, it's something that helps boats find the shore. Find the shore. A rope is fila, corda. It's the thing that you use to tie a boat to the shore. Like you. This is a shoelace, but if it were bigger, it would be a rope and you could tie it. Corda, thank you. The shore is the beach, basically, where the ocean meets the land. All right, find the passives in the text. Find the passives. Hopefully everyone can see everything okay. Sometimes if I zoom, it gets a little weird. So let me know if you can't see, and I'll try and fix it. So the Great Pyramid of Giza. The Great Pyramid was the first wonder built and is the only one that still stands today. It had already been constructed in 600 BC when the next oldest wonder, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, were created. The exact dates are uncertain, but archaeologists think the pyramid was built in the years 20, 2584 to 2561 BC. Its original white facade and golden cap have long since been plundered, but it is still visited by about 3 million people every year. So I just say the number 2584 to 2561 BC or 2584 to 2561 BC. Numbers are fun, aren't they? There we go. We have some answers. Yes, yes. Had been constructed. Do we have was the first wonder? Built. It was built. Yep, was built. What does plundered mean? Plundered is when people go and rob something. So they take away something from a site and usually to sell. So they were stolen. People went and they took these pieces away. Plundered is the way to describe that. For example, the Colosseum used to be marble, but the marble was plundered. People took it and they sold it, all the marble and the gold at the Colosseum. Nice self-correction. All right. So it had already been constructed, were created. Good job, guys. Was built. Yes. Have long since been plundered. Have been plundered. Is still visited. So these are all passives. Great job. Yes, I'm looking at your comments. Is plundered clear? Is the definition of plundered clear? It's stolen, basically. It was stolen. So we have these passives. Let's see if we can review a bit more about passives. So here are some formulas. The present is subject, is, are, plus past participle. So I would say is being built, but so is or are plus past participle. Past, we saw a lot of this. Was created, was built. Was subject, was, were, past participle. Present perfect, subject, plus have been or has been, past participle. The pyramids at Giza, the Great Pyramid, the single pyramid at Giza, had been plundered a long time before we came around, I guess. A long time ago. Had been plundered a long time ago. And that was past perfect, had been, past participle. Has been, present perfect, plus past participle. So can you use these to describe some of the wonders? So we have like was created, was constructed. What information do you know about the 7 wonders of the ancient world? So with present simple, for example, I am being plundered. You're being robbed. This has a different context than what you think. Present simple. I am watched by you. So we have the active sentence. You are watching me. I am being watched by you. I am watched by you. Um, yes, Antonio, it's correct. However, it is not used for that sense. Plundered is not used in that way. However, it is grammatically correct. Yes. So the past was were past participle. I was taught about the 7 wonders in school. I was taught about the 7 wonders in school. Present perfect. Oh yeah, there's a fact. The Colossus of Rhodes, because it doesn't exist today, we can use the past tense, was 30 meters tall. Wow, that's tall. That ancient architecture. Cool. Um, Generally, plundering happens to things other than people. It does not mean the same thing as robbed. So we have the past perfect, had been, and we have the present perfect, has been, plus past participle. So I am being followed by fans. Yes, Valeria, I am being followed. So present, I am being followed by fans. I am being followed. Excellent. The Colossus at Rhodes was created to so subject. At the pyramid at Giza has been preserved. We're referring to the past from the present. That is present perfect. It happened in the past, but it is still existing to this day. Has been preserved. That is the present perfect. And the past perfect Hanging Gardens at Babylon Yes, the Zeus statue had been described by many ancient Greek and Latin writers. Excellent use of the past perfect. It was described in the past by other people in the past. Or my example, the Hanging Gardens at Babylon had been constructed at the same time as the Great Pyramid at Giza. Good job. And we have a past. So the active, Columbus discovered America. Watch your spelling. However, America was discovered by Columbus. Don't forget past tense, ED, discovered, discovered. Yes, good job. Can you explain the difference between present and past perfect? Yes, I can. So I am given these slides to teach. Someone in the past has given me these slides. So that is, we don't know who did it, but they give me these, all of these focuses, these webinars, they choose them for me to teach. So that is a habitual action in the present done by someone else. We don't know who. We have an excellent problem here, but let me finish. The past perfect. The past perfect. Or past, just the past. Just the past. The oh yeah, the present and the past perfect. So past perfect happened in the past, all the way in the past. And it was completed in the past. It was an action that happened in the past, was completed in the past. In the past, just the plain, simple past passive, the action was done by someone. In the recent past, that, and we don't know who. We don't know who did it, or it's not important who did it. Yes, but that is an active sentence. That is, I'm giving these slides to teach, as in, I am giving these slides for someone else to teach, either in now, I'm currently doing it, or at an unspecified time in the future, but I have to say the time if I want to use. So after class, I'm giving these slides to teach. I am given is the past, or is the present passive, present passive. Yep, that's past perfect. Something that happened in the past and it finished in the past. The regular past, it happened in the past. We don't know who did it. All of these passives, it becomes passive when we don't know who did the action, or it's not important who did the action. There's your question. I have been visited by a doctor. So if a doctor comes to you, you have been visited. If you go to see the doctor, you visit the doctor. The doctor was visited by you. To visit, we use it slightly differently. So we have an active and a passive. I visited the doctor. The doctor was visited by me. Or the doctor has been visited by several patients this week. The present perfect passive has been visited by several patients this week. The doctor had been visited by many patients with strange flu-like symptoms and sudden pneumonia. And this is, it happened in the past. The doctor had been visited by many patients with strange flu-like symptoms and sudden pneumonia. So If the doctor came to see you, you were visited by a doctor. It sounds a little scary to me. It sounds kind of like a scary doctor who wants to hurt you. Generally, you see a doctor. We use the verb see. I saw the doctor. I was seen by a doctor. So for this cough I have, cough. I was seen by a doctor and he didn't know what it was. All right. I think everyone here has done a great job. Is it a little bit more clear how to use the passives? So remember, present, we don't know who did it. It's a habitual action that happens in the present or generally. So something in the present or generally happens. In the past simple, was created, was given. I was seen by a doctor. We don't use visit except to describe the event of seeing a doctor. We call it a doctor's visit, but we don't visit the doctor, we see the doctor. So we use the verb to see. Present perfect. So it's something that happened in the past, but we're referring to it from the present. It happened in the past, but we're referring to it from the present. It has some relationship with the present, but happened in the past. And past perfect, happened in the past, was completed in the past, and we're referring to something that is totally based on the past. No reference to the present. And with all of these, a passive is done by someone else. Here's a present passive for you. A passive is done by someone else. It is not done by an active subject. A passive, generally we try to avoid these in writing. I try to not use the passive tense unless I really don't know who did something or it's really not important. For example, when referring to historical things, that is why we're talking about the wonders of the ancient world. For historical buildings, for historical matters, unless it is very important that a person or a people did something, we refer to history in the passive. So the pyramids at Giza are still standing, because the pyramid's action of standing, it cannot, well, it can do. It stands, is still standing. So here's an active and a passive present. The pyramid stands, is still standing. Because it is a building, it can be active or passive as a subject. But generally with passives, if it's not a building, if it's referred to an active verb like creating or doing, making, constructing, if we don't know who did it, we use the passive. All right. This was a fun lesson. It was very nice to hear from all of you and to hear all of your grammar questions. Hopefully this makes it more clear. If you would like, take a screenshot of this slide. It will help you going forward. Remember, present, happening now, or habitual action done by an actor. We don't know who. Past was done by someone. But we don't know who. In the past, anytime. Present perfect, referring to something that happened and was completed in the past, but we're referring to it now. I have been given these focuses to teach. In the past, someone gave them to me. I am teaching it now. And then the past perfect. in the past, happened in the past, completed in the past. Um, the Babylons, or the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, had been standing for centuries before they were destroyed or fell apart. Who knows what happened to the Hanging Gardens at Babylon? They had been standing. They no longer stand today, but they had stood for a long time. So great job, everyone. I hope you learned a lot. Thank you so much for being here this Friday evening, learning English grammar with me. I know that everyone would prefer to be anywhere else. And I'm glad that you decided to spend the evening with us here at MyYes doing these webinars. Have a great evening and a wonderful weekend. And I hope you enjoy thinking about how to construct passives. Enjoy, everyone. Bye.